Guys, I know the stream started early, but we had some boom boom candles here. AMC is attempting to go green. GameStop up 4%. Good thing to see. Good start to see. And it's exactly what we went over in the video earlier. Okay. Also, the video earlier, I clearly meant May. There's a hair over here. Samugan. I don't know how to pronounce that. Let me know if I pronounced that right. Got the first comment in here. Alright, guys. Let's let the stream fill up. AMC. Let's see, baby. Trying to go green. Beautiful. Alright, let's check. Yo, yo, yo. Let the chat fill up a bit. Appreciate everybody hopping in here. AMC's attempting to go green right now. Beautiful thing to see. GameStop's already up 4%. I'm going to bring up a few things here. I want to bring up, let's see, let's go over to the chart. Let's bring up a 15-minute chart on AMC. Okay. All right, let's take away. All right, before we, green is good. Yes, green is good. All right, for everybody in here, before I show the drawings, we're going to go over a few things, okay? Let me take you back really quick. What's the date here? Let me know if the music's too loud, too quiet, guys. Letting the chat fill up a bit while I find something on the chart. Okay. A little too far here. Okay, here we go. It is a little loud. All right, let me drop it down. Let me know how that is when it starts playing again. Just drop the music down a little bit. All right, guys. This is what we're going to take a look at here. It's super simple. Okay, this is what we had the video on earlier in the day, and it's super simple. Okay, this is May 13th. Now I know this is a little dirty. Try to forget about that. Okay, where the cursor is, this is May 13th. Okay, right before the run up to 74. Okay, you can see the slight increase here, and then you got this spike, right, and then these attacks to the downside. Okay, what did it drop to right here? It dropped from almost $16 down to about $12 right here. So that's a $4 drop. And what happened after that? You saw the slight increase again. The spike again. It got knocked down. Spike, spike, spike. And eventually you hit $72. Okay. Now let's just take this away for a second. And that was on the 15-minute chart. And I'm going to bring up the 15-minute chart here at where we're at now. Okay, this is where we're at now. As you guys can see, live trading right here, 25.56. Okay, you're seeing the exact same thing. This is the slight increase. It's the beginning of it. You saw the spike, and then run the spike, and then now we're getting knocked down, knocked down, knocked down. This knockdown, we're not going to count this top wick here. So the knockdown was from about $30 to about $26, $25. Okay, so a $5 drop. And it's about the same exact thing that you're seeing. And it's just history repeating itself to a T. And I think it's beautiful to see this. Obviously, it's annoying about the whole halt situation. And then the short ladder attack yesterday. We went over short ladders in last night's price prediction video. But if you take a look at where we're bouncing off of, it's exactly what we expected, okay? You have this falling wedge here, and you're getting this breakout. You also bounced off of a demand zone. Now, what happened at this falling wedge was you didn't just get the breakout, right? You actually formed a beautiful George W, which you see right here. W, and then this is the breakout of it right here. You should get another push. See what happens there. But overall, it's some beautiful TA to its C, and it's also history repeating itself. So now that that's out of the way, we can enjoy AMC attempting to push green here. I want to make sure the music's not too loud as well for you guys. Dino, bro, how's your morning going? All right, AMC, let's see, 250,000 shares available to borrow. That's reported. GameStop, 350,000, also with a lower float. But I heard GameStop was on some sort of short sale restriction. I don't know if that was for every broker. Let me make sure. Yeah, TD Ameritrade, short selling of GameStop is not allowed at this time. Okay, so that's for TD, but those shares obviously can be used on any other broker. So, okay, what happened yesterday? Let's talk about it on stream. He's getting hit here. Hopefully, we hold 25.20. I want to see it at least hold there. AMC's getting a little bit of a smack. Okay. So a lot of people throw the term around short ladder attacks. And that's kind of what you saw yesterday. And it actually loses institutions money. But why would they do this? And the reason they do this is because if you pay attention to it, they're losing a lot less money than they would allowing the run-up. For example, there was 136,000 calls expiring in the money, and now there's only 70. We'll go with 7. We'll go with 70,000 calls expiring in the money that we're looking at right here, right? So avoiding that much gamma is beautiful. And then also what they did was, if you take a look, let me pull it up here. If you take a look at the volume, they exhausted the volume. So they kind of just put a stop to the momentum. They kind of just put a rock in the momentum. But eventually, this thing is going to move, okay? I'm trying to figure out some type of analogy for this, but you guys get what I'm saying. Yo, what's up? How's your morning going? Appreciate you hopping in here. We're just hanging out, watching the market. The stream was for 2 o'clock Eastern Standard. We got on about 7 or 8 minutes before that. So, well, I saw some boom boom candles with AMC, and I figured, why not? Let's hop on. Let's pull it up. Let's pull up our stuff here. Okay, let me check. For everybody hopping in the stream, how is your morning going? Oh, no problem about my car, Antoinette, if I pronounced that right. That's fine. You know, shit happens. It was upsetting at first, but the fact that the guy was nice enough to leave a note with his insurance and everything, it was all good. As long no one got hurt, right? I wasn't even in the car. Things happen, okay? Your life, you could have a lot worse things happen in life, so I don't mind. It is what it is. Plus, I got this rental. This is actually a beautiful rental. You guys want to see the interior right here? Nice little Tacoma. Another Toyota they hooked me up with, but it's beautiful. Glad it worked out. Yeah, me too. For everybody hopping in, or all the audio people, AMC is trading at 25.33, down 1.3% on the day. GameStop up 3.77%, trading at 173.14. So that is for the audio people here. We have, let's check the option chain actually. So over the $24 strike price for AMC. Okay, let's see, we cleared that. 526. 26th, you're going to add an additional 23,000 calls expiring in the money. 28, another 23,000, 25,000 calls expiring in the money. And then over 30 is the big hit for them if we close over 30 this Friday, which is what they're trying to avoid this momentum. You get an extra 37,000 call contracts in the money. So at that point, there's going to be over 140,000 calls expiring in the money. So it's going to be a nice thing to see if that happens. I'm glad I sold one of my AMC calls for 1K Tuesday before we got shorted back down. I did the same thing. I took some nice props. So it ran up. Let me see. Yeah, it ran up to 34.33 for the peak. That was the top wick of some candles there. And then it got halted to the downside. I sold at about 32, one of my calls. And then it got halted, pushed down. And then I grabbed yesterday a couple more calls for 30-day expiration. I think they expire April 29th. But I would not play with money you're not willing to. Dude, Chris, you are best. Had some hot table. I wouldn't play calls with money you're not willing to lose. So I'm willing to lose this money. Also, don't personally, I wouldn't play weeklies. Not financial advice, but probably a bad idea, especially for AMC. Yo, what's good? Harry Pineapple, how you doing? Brandon hopping in. We gotta let the chat fill up here. Just hopped on. You buy June, July calls. Yeah, I should have bought them further out, but I think if something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen pretty soon. If not, if I lose that money, once again, I'm all good with it. AMC, we wanted to hold here at least at 25.10. 25 flat to 25.10. Welcome everyone to the chat. Yeah, Mod is welcoming everybody. She's probably also going to tell you to like and subscribe at some point. So if you guys do want to hit the like, it would be appreciated. If not, all good. Let's check Twitter. Anything going on here? Biden, let's see. Biden invokes Defense Production Act to boost EV and storage battery minerals. How's Tesla looking? Tesla not doing much. Is this, Lucid got smacked. Lucid's tanking. Let's see here. Alright, Harry Pineapple says, as far from what I've seen, this looks like a healthy breather and an algorithmic halt to get retailers ready. Anyone new in trading, don't count everything as manipulation. Yeah, there is and has been a lot, but not everything is manipulation. Yeah, I think I don't think it's a algorithmic halt to get retailers ready, but I think to throw a rock in the momentum. I don't think this week was ready for it. I don't think the institutions were ready for it. So like you saw yesterday, that heavy short attack happened, which we went over that earlier. It also stumped volume. Right now we're only trading 65 million in volume. It stumped volume. Not only that, but it took about 80,000 contracts out of the money, call contracts. So they really just stumped the momentum there. Let's see. Plus, after a 45% day, you could tell that they needed the algos to hop back on to the volatile price action. Brandon says, you think we end Friday at 30? Honestly, man, it's a tough thing to say. But here, let's see. Let's look back at history, just like we were looking at before. We were taking a look at what happened in May, and it was pretty self-explanatory here. Whoa. All right, let's see. All right. I like using this example back in May because it's identical. Okay, so we got shot down. Closed above 14. We got shot down. Let's see here. Will we close above 30 on Friday? Yo, what's up, Rhonda? How's your morning going? Right now, I got a question from Brandon, and I'm just looking into the past to see where we're at, just to compare it. So we had this move, down, got knocked down. Honestly, chances are, I would love for us to close above 30 by Friday, but chances are they're probably not going to let this happen. My best bet is that we trade sideways and keep popping off of this demand zone until Monday. And then Monday is when you start seeing real momentum kick in, and we surpass 37 and eventually make our way up to the $50 range. That's ultimately what I'm looking for next week. But as long as we get some chops for the next couple days and not actually bleed, I think it's a good thing to see. Also, you're in this falling wedge, so it's not bad. You got a nice setup here, but we could definitely close above 30. No problem, Brandon. Do you think we close above 30? Let me ask you that, because remember, everyone has their own opinion. Let's see here. I think there's still a good chance. There's a lot of things that needed us to close above 21, 22, 23, and we're still above that. Yeah. Depends on how many people actually choose to exercise their calls. I hope we close above 30 tomorrow. Yeah, I do too. I hope we close above 30, but just basing it off of what happened in May, which is almost identical. Like, you could copy and paste the chart from around May 13th to now, and it looks insanely similar on the 15-minute. So just basing it off of that, what happened was when you had the move up and then the attack to the downside, which is what we saw yesterday, after that, it traded sideways for about 2 to 3 days, and then you got a disgusting push. I got no idea. That's high school, trying to make a quick buck and eating a nice meal. All good, bro. All good. I was just wondering. Let's see. Ortex tweet. What did Ortex say? And we're gonna need to make a pillow here. All right. What did Ortex say? Let's see. Expecting. I think today's power hour should be interesting. I think something. I don't know. If we see nothing today in today's power hour, I don't know if you're going to bring a lot of momentum into tomorrow, especially if we don't see anything after hours either or pre-market, because chances are you're not going to get that disgusting push with 60 million volume. It's kind of dying out. Like I said, they threw a rock in it. AMD trading update. AMD falls by 8% after Barclays downgrades the stock from overnight buy to equal weight hold, cutting target from 148 to 115. Let's see how AMD is looking. AMD is getting slaughtered. Oh my gosh. Yeah. If we see nothing today and tomorrow, you will be surprised. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised. I think a lot of this is just some blatant bullshit. And at some point, I don't know if I'm being an asshole, but I've been just tweeting, commenting on Gary Gensler's posts, just talking shit to him because the SEC does absolutely nothing. This market is disgustingly terrible. They can't get themselves out of situations they put themselves in, so they need to do some fucking illegal bullshit, and it's just, I don't know. If they're able to put fake selling pressure on a stock, then we should be able to just plant fake buying pressure and have no repercussions, because that's what the fuck is happening here. Isn't it a pretty healthy cool off after a 45% day? I think it would be a healthy cool off, but just due to the fact how yesterday traded, you could tell some short ladder attacks were happening. And you can also tell based off of that halt that it was not an organic halt. If you read into the Dave Lauer's Sorry, I'm behind. Ooh, conflict of interest that I left the link to in yesterday's video. It's pretty interesting on how it goes over why that was halted. And then there's also people that say it was organic. And that's kind of the problem. There's no way to tell what's organic, what's not organic. Or, I mean, there's no way to actually fact check it. And that's the big issue, because the thing is, that's not our job. Our job's not to fact check it. That's the SEC's job, and they should be actually doing something, but they don't do anything. So that's that. Harry Pineapple says, Lou lying or being irresponsible with his statement on transparency being pulled hasn't helped. Lou lying being... What did Lou say? Did he put out a video? Did Lou put out a video? Oh, man. Hopefully not another thing that spooks everybody. Like, Lou and Teddy Zane put out... Nothing against them, but they put out some things, and then people come and chat, and they're, like, so freaked out. Let's see if Lou... What did Lou post? He said in a video that transparency was pulled. Really? I don't want to scroll through every video, but... Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah, I don't know what to say anymore, because here's the thing. When everybody around it, right? Everybody around that whole transparency thing, when I was making videos on my channel at the time, I kept putting out a video with SEC links, literally fact-checked links, and there was still people from Lou's channel in the comments bitching, saying, transparency, this, that, it was already finalized. I said in the video, look at these links. I showed them in the video. They're proposed. They're not giving a date when to be finalized. They're allowed to be commented on, yada, yada, yada. Till this day, I've asked every week probably for someone to just send me a link that they're finalized. And what happens? Oh, transparency was pulled. It's just fucking stupid. I don't know. I don't know. I hate paying attention to, I hate when, other communities come and they, like, get mad. Like, it's me versus them when it's not, because I'm providing links. It's us versus the issue. Just eating the community alive back to back, so it's super annoying. If transparency was pulled, I'm gonna try to look into that right now. All right, you're back. How's it going? We're looking into. Someone said Lou said that the transparency rule was pulled. Let's see. It wasn't at all Lions to prove that. Yeah, that it wasn't finalized. I didn't see Lion's video on it, but yeah, proved on here too. So it was pretty self-explanatory. Let's see. Short sale, transparency. I'm not seeing anything about the transparency rule being pulled. Rules to increase transparency. There was some filing that was pulled, which overall means nothing. Some filing that was pulled. Alright, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything about it. But pulled, not pulled, either way, it was not being out. It wasn't being put out there. It wasn't in action at all. And I don't know when it was going to be planned to be. I doubt it was even going to be planned to be in action in general. But let's see. AMC down 3.4%, trading at 24.81. I want to put something into perspective to calm everybody down. If you guys didn't see the video, it was literally under a minute, I think, posted earlier on the channel. That video should help calm you down. But I want to take a look at something. In the past, let's see. We're going to count these red days too. We're counting today. So today has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, in the last 14 days, and what we're trading at right now, at 24.75, and over the last 14 days, AMC is up 97%. Okay, even with these red days, I think just stay calm, cool, collected. Because if it was a slow grind up to this and you didn't have that 45% day, you'd be saying, "Oh, this is nice. This is sick. Maybe we need some sideways trading days to cool off a bit, and then another spike." But we already ran past that and are cooling off. You're still up over 90% in the last 14 days. There's nothing else to complain about, in my opinion. So AMC's looking nice. Okay, let's see here. Brandon says, so you think next week it squeezes? No, I'm not saying it squeezes next week. I didn't say that. Also, if we're talking about a squeeze, it's going to be very unexpected. But the reason, I'm not saying there can't be a run next week. I'm not saying it's going to squeeze next week, okay? The run to 70 and the run right now, if you haven't noticed, the shorts actually increased. So no shorts are covering, which means this is not a short squeeze at all, up 90%. This is gamma, FOMO, and whatever else you want to throw in there to get the ball rolling. It's a rolling ball, okay? It's a snowball rolling down Mount Everest, for instance. So that run to 70 was gamma, FOMO, and then it got shot down. Shorts didn't get out. They didn't get out. They found a way to loophole it and put us through a cycle where they make money. And right now, that gamma and FOMO is picking up again. They threw a rock in it yesterday by doing those short ladder attacks. We also did go over short ladder attacks in yesterday's video just because it was brought up a lot. And it's a theory some people agree with, some people don't agree with that happens. I don't know where to put myself, but I do think it does happen, or something along the lines of it happening, just due to the way a stock trades and what it looks like. Let's see here. Anybody in live chat? No one can say when it will squeeze, but we can say we are so damn close. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I think the way it has to be done is a suspension of dark pool trading and something to do with failure to deliver system. I think a share recall simultaneously with the suspension of dark pools, because again, the SEC can suspend dark pools for 10 days, 10 trading days under any suspicions. Okay, so a suspension in dark pools simultaneously with some sort of failure to deliver system, to where the way you could do that is to have a share recall. That way all shares lent out are actually being recalled, and that would mean failure to delivers most likely would not occur unless they're still shorting the stock within that time frame. If there's got to be balances, rules, loopholes there, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, we have a petition. It's linked on the video if you haven't signed it, but it's for a share recall, and I have that because I think we should have one. I think Adam Aaron should have already came out and had one. Personally, we had one back in May of 2021, and it's almost been a year. And right when that happened, right after you had that massive run up, shares lent out, being recalled, due to some form of manipulation, spoofing, or anything abnormal behind the scenes of the stock. And I don't see why it wouldn't happen again with everything that's happened over the past 9 months. Also, that run up to 72, 62, or whatever, peak at 77. We're talking about how they threw a rock in the momentum yesterday. What happened then, they threw a rock in that momentum as well, but they couldn't contain it with short ladder attacks because the volume was over 700 million, right? What they contained it with was what you saw. Okay, let me pull it up here. What they contained it with was a stacked amount of failure to delivers. Okay, so let's see here. Let me pull it up for you guys so you can see it. This is how they contain the momentum. This is how they threw a rock in the momentum here. Okay, short ladder attacks didn't do it. You had failure to delivers absolutely spiking. Insane amounts, unsubstantial amounts, spiking. And what happened was it put a rock in this momentum here, like you saw yesterday. Okay, these short ladder attacks. We'll bring up the chart. What the fuck is this ad? Anyway, you saw it. These short ladder attacks happened yesterday. They threw a rock in the momentum. Now you're trading at 70 million volume compared to the 220 that was yesterday, and that's pretty much what we're talking about here, right? I don't know what the fuck this ad is. All right, but they threw a rock in the momentum, and you saw them slowly start bringing it down. As soon as the momentum picked up, right, failure to deliver started spiking. They can't let the momentum increase. They can't let the volume increase, FOMO increase, gamma increase at the same time, because what's going to happen is when they shorts cover, they know it's going to be the MOAS. They know it's going to be the mother of all short squeezes. Otherwise, they could have just gotten out of the stock. They would have just gotten out in general. But the fact that they can't, they know it's going to be absolutely absurd and unsubstantial and probably going to make them go bankrupt. They have no other choice but to rock in the momentum, throw a rock in the momentum, right? And what happens, right? You see them start slowly building. We don't have the data for at any point in March, but you're going to see that, okay? Chances are you're going to see it probably around this range, okay? That's really it. When the momentum builds up too high and the short ladder attacks don't work, you see the high failure to deliver start kicking in. And that's what we don't want, but that's what they have to do. They know that this thing is really probably going to end them when it comes down to it. Let's see. Is the road to 40 not a squeeze and just gamma and FOMO? It depends. It depends, man. Right now at 25, shorts could randomly want to cover. I don't know what they're thinking. They could cover, and you're going to have that road to 40. So that I can't answer, but most likely, yes. Okay, we just had the road to 34, 33, right? We peaked at it. That was gamma, FOMO, shorts didn't cover. Okay, it's like we have an indestructible slingshot aimed at, let's see. It's like we have an indestructible slingshot aimed at bullseye, and we can set it off. We all have ammo in it. It just keeps pulling back further and further. Eventually, inevitably fires. Yeah. Road to 40 doesn't really exist. It's the road back to the all-time high and beyond. We want 70 and smash through. That's what I'm mentally looking for. Let me check out these levels real quick before I say anything about 40. Okay, I want to know the specifications of 40. I think what's a bigger milestone to break over that they didn't want us to is actually 36. I think a break over $36 is going to bring you all the way up to 40, okay? And that's the next spot, okay? After 40, after you break through the 40 range and 45s and beyond to the 50s, you're pretty much golden from there. Probably towards new highs. What do you think that would have happened if the halt didn't happen? The halt mixed with the short ladder attacks from yesterday, I think, here, let's just put it from a technical perspective here. Okay, bring up the daily. All right, let's take a look back here, right, in May. Okay, the run up 206 million, all right, 111 million, 206, 375, 697, 477, 757 million volume. Okay, now let's take a look at these momentum days. 170, 70, 70, 226, 212, 95, right? We threw a rock in at 95. So what I think would have happened, right, was you had, let's see, you had about 70 to 80,000 now contracts at this point that were in the money when they stumped the momentum, when the halt happened and then the short ladder attacks happened the next day. They threw a rock in that momentum. So what I think would have happened was you probably would have saw momentum volume double, or at least go into the 300 million, 375, somewhere in that zone. And you probably would have saw a decent move, at least breaking 36, I want to say. Honestly, anywhere. You could have saw the move go anywhere due to the amount of volume. People were just buying in. They don't want to miss it, because what happened last time was everyone who's saying it wasn't going to go up, and then it ran to 70. They were buying in. So that's what you saw this time around. Let's see. What do you think about those notifications about people being in the money for AMC at like 500? The notifications, that was for GameStop. So the calls in the money notifications for GameStop on certain brokers were in the money at 300, 500, and that's exactly what the conflict of interest was that Dave Lauer wrote about, and I linked it in yesterday's price prediction video, and it was saying how during that halt there was a 35 millisecond window where that's where it glitched through, right? The price wasn't really there. It's super confusing, and you have to go to it, but maybe I can pull up the too long didn't read for you. But there was a 35 millisecond window in that time frame where that's where the broker or the notification read it off to the people that their calls were in the money. And there's a whole thing around that halt that wasn't natural, that was being explained, and that was being theorized. But the SEC, nothing really happens to it. So it's kind of fucked up. But let me see here. Everybody hopping in. Appreciate you guys jumping in. Let's see. Harry Pineapple. They're either really smart or just throwing anything at the wall. I think what would have happened is 37, 40. Yeah, I agree. Past those levels probably. All right, let's see here. This is what we're talking about. Dave Lauer, the conflict of interest feedback loop. Okay. A lot to read into it. We have time. Yesterday, March 29th, 9:37 p.m. Eastern Standard, GME was halted limit down after trading at 182.79 at 9:37.57 off exchange. The high price for the day had printed at 199.41 first at 9:34, and then finally at 9:35. 4 seconds later, this is a decline from the high of $16.62 or 8.3% in almost 3 minutes. The halt was a result of the NBVO crossing below the lower price band as determined by the limit up, limit down. Better explained here. Basically, the national best bid crossed 5% below a reference price, which is the arithmetic mean of the last 5 minutes of trades. Okay. Every exchange's quotes were removed from the SIP data feeds within 1 millisecond, except for 2 exchanges operated by the CBOE and the BZX, which is about 5 milliseconds, and the EDGX. Before getting into that, you need to understand 3 very important things about market structure. The SIP is the public data feed, and broadly speaking, the official record of public quotes and trades. Everyone in the market pays lots of money to maintain the SIP, hundreds of millions of dollars each year. The cost of the SIP is let's see, $30, $3 per month. High cost data, individual access to data. One of the most important issues you in France finance can be solved. Let me skim through this really quick. Fast and more information on them. Huge chunk of revenue, these publicly traded profit companies. Some exchanges were very large rebates. Brokers who post limit orders on those exchanges, EDGX is notorious. Okay, some stock exchanges pay very large rebates to brokers who post limit orders on those exchanges. EDGX is notorious for a 34 millisecond. Is for 34. A mil is 0 per share or 1 penny per 100 shares rebate tier for its largest customers, which is more than the most money they can charge people who are taking liquidity access fees. The top fee an exchange can charge to take liquidity is 30 mils. This is capped by Reg NMS, so EDGX actually loses money every time someone trades with an order. 34 million rebate. Okay, let's see. A representative from TV Ameritrade admitted that they send virtually all their limit orders to EDGX because it pays such high rebate. Those orders all get risk, execution quality because the queues at an exchange with such high rebates are the longest. This last thing is very technical. Each quotation is published on the SIP, potentially comes with multiple timestamps, but we only care about 2 of them. The SIP timestamp on the SIP published the message participant timestamp. There are huge conflicts of interest and they impact the entire industry. Yesterday was the perfect illustration of conflict of interest feedback loop. I just coined that term. Here's what I believe happened. Retail brokers or the internalizers routing orders on their behalf posted a bunch of high-priced orders to EDGX because they do that by default as a result of the enormous rebate tier. Okay, they don't care about getting best execution for their clients. Yo, guys, the live is literally cutting out right now as we're going over this. I shit you not. I'm probably gonna tweet about this if it keeps happening, but I don't know what YouTube's doing with the live as we go over this. Super sketchy. All right, we're gonna look at these orders. Hopefully nothing happens to the live stream. Okay, GME, you can see 420. Okay, 69. All right, as we go over this. Okay, let's keep going over this. GME was halted due to the limit down condition, but the SIP continued to publish quotes from EDGX for another 35 milliseconds. Okay, this had some market-wide impacts, including causing several brokers to alert their customers that high-priced options on GME were suddenly in the money because the brokers assumed the quotes were accurate, even though the stock was halted and they should have not processed those quotes. These quotes updates were abnormal, and they included 420.69 orders above. Over the course of 35 milliseconds, the bid price from the EDGX dropped to 0 rather quickly in about 9 milliseconds. While the ask price kept increasing. I'm saying dropped and increasing, but that's not exactly what happened. What appears to have happened is that EDGX kept canceling individuals' orders, which resulted in the next order becoming the best ask, which was then canceled, and so on. It appears to have done this order by order, walking the book by increasing price on the ask. The price on the ask started increasing first to prices such as 200 and 300, but then more dramatically, starting with the 420.69 orders, and ultimately to a high ask price of 448.950. During that time, we saw some very distinctive order prices such as 999.69, 1,420.69, 1,773, 2,222, 4,569, 4,999, and perhaps most notably 69,420.69. This is how we know that these are real orders and not some strange artifact from pegged order types. Meme prices and meme stocks expose this problem, and some of your orders have helped them get down to the bottom of it. These are 2 general possibilities. Either EDGX queued up the release of these quotes on their side, or it took the SIP 35 milliseconds to publish approximately 1,112 quotes. This is apparent due to the 2 timestamps. All of the orders during these 35 milliseconds had the same participant timestamp. EDGX published them before the halt. Let's see. While the SIP timestamps kept increasing over 35 milliseconds, this is a long time. First, it's weird that SIP would be flooded with these messages by EDGX. It didn't appear to happen from the other exchanges. And second, it's weird that it took the SIP so long to process the messages. Retail brokers who were receiving these quotes updates were likely calculating a mid price of GME based off of them. So for example, when the ask price was $420.69 and the bid was 0, the mid price would be at $210,345 at some point. That mid price crossed 510, and so a bunch of retail brokers users received alerts that their options were in the money. This is because retail broker tech systems weren't properly filtering out bad data. Stock was halted and the bid was 0. Don't calculate a mid, and because retail brokers were responsible for those crazy orders being posted to EDGX, it's a conflict of interest feedback loop. At one point, retail brokers finally stopped processing these prices, which is why higher priced options did not receive the same alert. So it bears repeating, what are the market structure problems that this seemingly isolated event exposed? Exchange rebates induce brokers to route orders for their own benefit, not for best execution. Exchanges are being subsidized by SIP money but are failing to maintain the SIP systems, resulting in 35 millisecond of bad quotes being published because they are incentivized to keep their own private feeds valuable in order to maximize revenue and shareholder value instead of maintaining fair and efficient markets. Discount brokers are under investing in critical technology systems, resulting in bad data being acted upon because they are not properly incentivized to invest in these systems. Triggered a bunch of retail broker alerts. Individual investors was hurt from all of this, watching all of this unfold. Whose trust in markets is further eroded by those kinds of events who don't believe the data they're seeing and who remain concerned and distributed about concern. Adjustments are incentives that cause corrupt order routing practices. Investment in technology, both by brokers and exchanges, creating a 35 millisecond window during the trading halt yesterday that exposed a conflict of interest feedback loop. The alerts for options being in the money were a result of that, but did not reflect real prices. Okay, guys, so we were just reading into the Dave Lauer conflict of interest feedback loop, and I skimmed super fast through it. But what happened was a lot of people are talking about how corrupt that halt was yesterday or 2 days ago on GameStop, and also that the calls there was getting notifications about calls being in the money at 3 and 500, and this is bad routing, bad order routing. It's improper order routing, not getting the best execution for retail. And what had happened was during the halt, which is extremely unfair for retail, there was a 35 millisecond window due to bad order routing that were trying to fix prices. This is what happens when you get one of these volatility halts. Bad data is being pushed through, and when prices aren't evened out, which is what they're trying to do during the halt, this is what happened. Okay, that 35 millisecond window during the halt actually alerted bad data. The price wasn't actually 3 to 500. This is a conflict of interest feedback loop. If that was the case, honestly, no one should be able to trade during a halt or whatever. There's a lot to go over, but you guys get the point. That window in the halt, okay, it was bad data flooded through. Those calls weren't actually in the money. GameStop attempting to still hold green, up 3.2% here. AMC, let's see, AMC down 2.8%. Not really doing anything. Trying to hold 25. This is a pretty boring day. I'm not gonna lie. It's just sitting here. We got a George W this morning, a break out of this falling wedge up to 25.92, and now we're just sitting here. We're honestly just hanging around, trading sideways, and the reason for that is because there's no volume. There's 72 million traded on the day, which isn't terrible, but it is kind of bad if you want this momentum to continue to increase. It doesn't look like they borrowed any shares on GameStop or AMC. Let's see, 100,000 to 3 to 250 to 3 to 250. Looks like they're walking the price down again. Let's see, what do we have pulled up? We have 100 tabs here. Okay, we can get out of this. All right, let me check live chat. It's been a minute. Okay, let's see. I'm still unsure we own the float. Yeah, I don't know about that either. I'm up 212% on call for TMC. There's TMC. Jeez, you are up good and it's still pushing. Good luck on that. Know when to take your profits. Be very careful. Up 212% is massive. That's a massive gain. I would take that and run personally. Let's see. Yo, what's good? I'm back. Yo, what's good, Adam? How high is TMC going? I couldn't tell you, but I can take a look. I can't guarantee anything, but I can take a look at what the levels are here. TMC. Let's see. All right. It's fighting a decent level here at 263. And then you're looking for a move up to about 280 if it breaks over 263. Let's see here. What can it go up to? 280, and then ultimately you're looking at breaking these highs of $3. Breaking 3, and then let's check the daily here. Personally, I would, for TMC, I'd probably hop out. I wouldn't hold calls overnight. Hold the calls overnight for this stock. Personally, I wouldn't hold them overnight. I would let it run for the rest of the day. And the next time it comes down to, I'd say 250, I'd probably hop out if it does come down to there. Honestly, I would probably hop out at 257 just because I wouldn't want to get greedy with my profits. But let me know what you do, because that'd be sick. That'd be sick if you keep printing, because I could be wrong. This thing could be flying. Let's see here. If history does repeat itself, when will the MOAS happen? I notice all your questions. I know what you want. I know the feeling of just, when is this thing gonna fucking fly? I can't put my finger on it. Also, if history does repeat itself, then, by the way, TMC is still ripping. If history does repeat itself, you're not looking at a MOAS yet, and that's just because it hasn't happened. The mother of all short squeezes has not happened, and it's going to be the greatest wealth transfer in history if they let it happen. And this is a big issue because it's going to cause a lot of major switches in the system and the way things work, and who's in power and who's not in power and who's bankrupt. Because you, me, and other retail is going to be the ones with the serious cash on hand. I don't know how much this could correlate to a major scheme, but the Fed's been printing for years, and it's honestly a hot loop. It's a hot recyclable loop. The Fed's been printing. Reverse repos are at like all-time highs, almost 2 trillion, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Everything is decreasing. The dollar's decreasing in value due to how much they're printing. Inflation's rising, rate hikes, etc. You see prices going up. But what I think is going to happen is, if this were to correlate to the MOAS, the government is probably going to put more regulation onto crypto, like they came out a couple weeks ago talking about a digital dollar, etc., etc. They know the dollar's falling apart. So everything that they're going to use this cash for beforehand is going to be the big bet here. So it's going to be, I don't know if that's going to correlate over to AMC and just be like, okay, when this new dollar comes out or this new regulation comes out, let the retail get their dollar amount, because it's not really going to be actually worth anything. And by that time, these institutions already have bought into what's going to be the next future gold, etc. It could be a loop to re-fuck retail investors. Also, TMC is up 24%. But honestly, I'm just going on a rant. just theorizing because that's all we can do because we're not showing anything. So that was pretty fun, actually. I was just thinking about that. Internet says I think we own about 50% of the float. Adam Aaron lying. Yeah, I don't know about the whole 90% thing. That's why I'm kind of calling for the share recall, because he seems so positive that we hold 90% of the float. I think he may have said that to initially be like, you don't need a share recall. Like, I'm telling you, you own this much of the float. Let's not spook retail into charging up and asking for a share recall, which I don't like. The link is down below for that share recall petition. I don't know how many people signed it. I haven't really been pushing it lately, but I do believe we should get another one here. I should have sold all 3 AMC calls and then bought them back. Thank God I took 1K. I'm still up on 2 more calls. Might get out of them today and buy new ones tomorrow. Yeah, good luck. Whatever you want to do. Hopefully we have an interesting power hour for you. We have about 12 minutes until power hour. I'm hoping AMC, GameStop picks up some volume, makes some moves here. We're kind of just sitting. If this is sitting sideways the entire time, I don't know if we're going to be here the whole market, because this is absolutely... we kind of went over everything. We went over the Dave Lauer. We went over the shares available to borrow. Short exempts have been high. We went over how many call options they've taken out of the money in the past couple of days. We went over the halt, the short ladder attacks. They lose money on short ladder attacks, but they would have lost more money on this run, this move. What else did we go over? We went over the failure to deliver, how they threw the rock in the momentum as we ran to 70. Holy shit, I think Russia's here. As we ran to 70, they threw a rock in the momentum with failure to delivers, etc., etc. They threw a rock in it now. We're kind of just comparing it. AMC's still up 97% for the past 14 days, currently at what we're trading at. So almost 100%. If you didn't see these cool off, you wouldn't be mad. If you just saw it slightly moving, you would not be mad. Another thing here. Gonna have to plug this bad boy in. All right, let's pop you in here. All right, is this charging? All right, let's see. Let's check live chat here. What is your opinion? The highest AMC can go if shorts cover this time. This better happen. All right, let's see. What is your opinion? The highest AMC can go if shorts cover. We have an in-depth bracket video on the channel, and there's multiple aspects to go over that I'm probably not going to have built in my head right now, but it all depends, because the issue is we know how much. We don't really know. We just know what's reported to us. So the short percent reported to us, 21%, whatever. GameStop, same thing, around the 20% range, somewhere in that zone. But what happened was back in January during the first squeeze to GameStop, when they actually took the buy button away, it was shown that the real short interest was over 140% of the free float. So right now it's kind of hard to say what it could really go up to, and that's due to the fact of corruption and how many things are hidden from us and how fucked up the stock market is. So it's kind of hard for anybody to really lay a finger on it, but I do think the in-depth bracket video gives you a shot at what it could reach and where there's probably a limit before the government stops it. I can actually pull up that video here and take a look at what I had written down for it. Okay, let's X out this. We can X out this. Okay. Let's pull up this in-depth bracket video here and just take a quick look at it. Okay. AMC stock in-depth bracket video posted 1 month ago. Mute this. Load this up. All right. This is what we had drawn out for that. Okay, this is for the AMC in-depth bracket video that we had a while ago, and I haven't went over this in quite a long time. So what I think I was getting at, I'm not going to play the video, but what you could see here is you have DGAZF, okay? This was a stock that had a major move, and we'll go over that. You have synthetics that people like to factor in. You have spikes, and then major sells, okay? And what you have over here is possible brackets, potential brackets. We had a basic breakdown video, and I realized that I didn't go over enough. So what we brought into it was DGAZF, which was a stock that had a short squeeze. And I'm going to show that right now as we go over this, because we have a bit till power hour here. So I'll show you what we're working with, why that's there, why that's even a factor to be brought up, right? Okay, this is, let's see. This is DGAZF, okay? Natural gas, whatever. Okay, the stock down here is currently trading at around $400, okay? This is the natural trading level. What happened was it shot up. You see it right here. Let's get dust out of the way. 25 grand. Now trading at 15,000. I assume still halted or something like that, something crazy, but that's not the point. Okay, beyond the factor of that, we're going to come back to this in-depth video, okay? DGAZF, why is that on there? Okay, this is now delisted, $400 to $25K. That's what we had. That's what it ran. And then you have market cap unknown, but much significantly less float than AMC and GameStop, okay? Significantly less float. So we can't really compare prices, okay? Apparently 46% short interest at the time, okay? Now, apparently 46% short interest at the time. If you don't know, with these broker glitches that have been going on, about a couple months ago, I believe I also have a video on that. We have a video on everything, really. There was glitches where it was showing AMC short interest above 48% or something like that. Somewhere between 46 and 48%. Okay, glitches. There's always glitches with AMC and GameStop, and that's what leads me to say the issues with we don't know what's reported to us, so it becomes a problem, right? So the next thing we have is synthetics, factoring in synthetics, okay? And this is just a simple breakdown. We have the failure to delivers up here, the run-ups, 2 billion failure to delivers, okay? If I was talking in this video, which I could play this, but right now we're just not going to bring it up. 1 billion, 2 times current float, at least doubling price when cleaning books, etc. That's what we have for synthetics. Let's see. Internet says Jimmy squeeze also because no one was watching retail. They watching. Let's see what she said. They watching all meme stocks. GME actually, the squeeze. Everyone's talking about the squeeze. Shorts did cover, but not all of them. Remember, they had to take the buy button away and things like that. It was more of other factors coming into play. But let's get back into this really quick before I forget. Spikes, aka top wicks. Okay, very few people are going to catch these, but what you can see, I don't know if it's going to focus here. There's a wick, and then there's a peak off of this candle. Those are top wicks. Few will catch, will not last long. Okay. Personally, I'll be on stream attempting to catch those. Then you have major sells. Okay, you have retail with 6-figure share count. Vanguard, BlackRock will take less risk than you. They're going to sell off first, etc. I suggest that if you haven't seen this in-depth bracket video, that you go see this. I think it goes over potentially what you need, step-by-step breakdown as to what AMC could possibly go to, not what it will go to, because no one can actually lay a finger on that. And then I do think that this video that I posted, let me see here, 3 days ago. I think this one is one of my most important videos. Let's see, let's cancel this out. One of my most important videos posted 3 days ago, and this is my final exit strategy for AMC. AMC stock final exit strategy. You guys can see it right here. I think this was probably the most important one as to when to get out of AMC stock, because it's not more about when MOAS, how much will you make. It's more about when to get out and what you do with that money. So I think there's a misrepresentation of the two factors that you have to be paying attention to when this thing actually does squeeze. We have now about 2 minutes till power hour here, just about 3. Let me check live chat really quick. Also, I do see the live chat. It just goes away after a couple seconds. Let's see. Adam says this better happen before May because my friends and I are planning a vacation. Oh, nice, dude. Where are you going? Do you not have the money for it unless AMC runs? Yeah, I've seen the recent one. Oh, good shit, Brandon. You'll watch it after market close. Yeah, no problem. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can definitely. Oscar, what's up, my man? You say, do you think we have downside tomorrow morning? No, I don't. I think what we'll see here is, because momentum's already stumped. They already stumped the momentum, and I think what you're gonna see if you don't have a move tomorrow, move up, is flat. Trade flat today, tomorrow, and then Monday a major move up and break over 36. Okay, Monday and Tuesday. Okay, I think right now you're gonna have that sideways trading cool off, and I'm only basing this off of history back in May, around May 13th. On the 15-minute chart, it looks identical, and what you saw happen was they stumped the momentum, it traded sideways, and then you had that next rip again. It's trying to be controlled and maintained. It's controlled and maintained because what I think to be is that they don't plan on covering. I think that they plan on controlling it, letting it grow, stumping the momentum, and controlling, letting it grow, stumping the momentum. And that is so algos can keep up, algos can latch on and learn how the volatility is working in the stock. So that's why I think they're really stumping these. I personally, unless it gets out of hand to where they can't stump them, like I said earlier, dark pool suspension for 10 days on a stock, 10 trading days on a stock, which the SEC can do, and then some sort of share recall. I think those two simultaneously happening would trigger, with the momentum, would trigger shorts to have to get out of their position. So GameStop up 4% on the day. Let's see, live chat. It is at some fancy house in Ohio. I do have the money, LOL, but this will help. Yeah. You know what? Enjoy it. Definitely enjoy it, because if this squeezes by then, I do think you're going to have a next leg up, next run up. And by the time AMC gets back up to 60s, 70s, we're going to have to play it from there. You got to look at data and look at, are they going to attempt to stump the momentum and let algos keep up? Because if so, that's going to tell me that they're not planning on covering. Not that they won't, because they could get stumped out and fucked over. But with no regulations in, this is what they do. They control it. Okay, they stop it, they control it, they slow down the momentum, etc., etc. It's really unfair. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Fancy house in Ohio. That sounds nice. Yo, everybody hopping in. I appreciate you guys jumping in. We went over everything so far, and Power Hour just hit. We are in the first minute of Power Hour. For all the audio listeners, Power Hour just started. AMC is down 1.3%, trading at 25.34, and we're going to pop over to GameStop. GameStop is trading at 4.9%, getting a little bit of a pop here, 174.85 now. Okay, first minute of Power Hour. AMC, GameStop getting a nice little pop. Let's see what happens. Is there any scenario where the shorts win? There is. It's a very unlikely one, but it's really retailers lose patience. Or there's about two scenarios, right? There's one scenario that leads on to another, and it's retailers lose passion, they lose patience in stock. And the only thing I think would cause that is some corrupt bullshit to where they... to where we see our data, such as Ortex, right, would be paid off in some form of way to now read across the board that short interest is zero, because that's what's keeping retail here. And I think that would be a problem, and that would probably be the only thing that does it, is if short interest read as 0% or 2%, 3%, it would freak retail out, and people would start selling off. There's no squeeze left. There's no shorts stuck in the stock, right? That would be the only case scenario I would see. I see that very unlikely. That's another reason that it's tough to pay attention to the data, because if they can report lower than the highest, which you've seen plenty of times, right? Like the squeeze from GameStop the first time, right? It was a 140% over the float, and it was reported like 40%. If they can do that higher and report it lower, why can't they just do that again, right? Let's say it's 40% right now. They're doing it at 20. Let's say it is 20, and they report it at 10, 5, 4, right? What's stopping them from doing that? I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because I think it's going to spook a lot of retail. But I've said plenty of times myself in this community, I'm here for the MOAS or zero. That's really it. So I'm in this all in all. Let's see. Power hour is usually down lately. Let's check it out. Over the past 2 days, I don't know. Over the past 2 days, some fuck bullshit was going on. But yeah, yesterday, power hour dropped from 26.70 all the way down to about $25.70, $2. The day before, power hour, let's see, dropped from about 31.30 to about 28.70. Yeah. But besides those 2 days, you did see a rip the day before, of course, when we had that 45% day. You saw power hour take us from 25 to pretty much 30. That was a beautiful thing to see. We'll see what this power hour brings us right now. But AMC is now only down 0.7%, attempting to go green. We'll see what happens here. Right now, all I can see is that we had that George W form, and we got a little bit of a break out of it and a rejection. Where did we get rejected at? We got rejected at pretty much the day's opening high, 65 right there. So if we break over that, 25.65, and then of course about a break over 26.13, you could see us take the trend all the way up to 26.70, 26.85, somewhere in that zone. So we'll see what happens with AMC, but we do want momentum to pick up. Right now, what I'm thinking is we trade sideways today and tomorrow, and then get the rip next week. But I could be definitely wrong on that. Let's see. I had 2 transfer accounts because of tax purposes. I sold 800 shares at 24.10. Lose 40 stocks if I buy again. Now, wondering when to buy. I can't tell you when to buy, because that'd be financial advice. But if you want to see the basic levels, here, let me take you to the 15-minute chart. I think this is a better representation for you to check it out yourself. Okay, so right now we bounced off of this demand zone already. So this is it. If you're willing to risk attempting to come down and retest this and maybe get a break below, you're coming back down to this zone. So 2150 between 2290. That's probably the lesser likely to happen, seeing you had a breakout of this falling wedge. Hopefully a real breakout, right? But what you're risking right now to not jump in is really just this zone. You're risking like about $1 here, so it's up to you. Personally, I think it's less likely that we drop back down to, what'd you sell at? Let's see, that we drop back down to 24.10 is possible. We were there this morning. You could have hopped in, actually. 23.26 we hit this morning. You could have hopped in there. You may or may not have thought it was going to keep falling. I don't know if you thought that, but I guess we'll see what happens here. Let's put the let's see, let's do this because the laptop is heating up here. Okay. Can you guys still hear me? Is this working? Let me know in the chat if you can still hear me. Or is it muted? You guys let me know. Let's see. Yeah, it looks scary this morning. Now I just want 800 shares again. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat still. Because, all right, perfect. Okay, you can. All right, I'm just making sure. I think this Bluetooth just connected. All right. Yeah, I personally, we're getting rejected right here. I think your best bet, right? You could AMC could bounce off of 24.95 or 25 right here. If it misses that bounce, chances are you're going to be able to hop back in at about 24.38, 24.39, right around that zone. Also, if it doesn't hold that, you're just coming back into this zone all the way down to 23.85. So we'll see. Right now, I guess you're kind of just waiting. But if it clears 25.60, I think you may or may not miss the train here. So we'll see. But right now, I do think it's going to come down to 25. Maybe attempt to hold here. And that says okay. Okay. Just okay. All right. It's currently 3:09. 10 minutes, just about 10 minutes into power hour. 3:09 Eastern Standard. I don't know what time zone you guys are in. AMC shares available to borrow hasn't changed. GameStop hasn't changed. Super suspicious for the day. Let's see here. GameStop. Yeah, they had to stump this momentum. If they let this run, GameStop would have had over 268,000 call contracts roll in the money. That would be disgustingly dirty. Let's see. If it would not surprise me if it went under 24.10 again. I'm risking to wait, I think. Yeah, no problem. Risk to wait. Let's see. In reality, okay, if you're risking to wait, you're having patience. It could come down. You could own more shares, and let's say it doesn't come down. It goes up. Uh, really don't know the peak of the squeeze, so I don't think you'd miss anything. Even if you were gonna miss those little extra shares, you're probably just gonna make them back holding to a higher price. So I think honestly, you're making the right decision here. Uh, all up to you. Just we'll see what you do. We'll see what you hop back in at. Hopefully you get back in at lower what you sold and you get those shares back. We'll see what happens here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. See how the others. I actually haven't checked on the overall market today. How's the SPY doing? SPY selling off a bit. I saw that the SPY was being shorted yesterday. I believe that. Well, actually, SPY just had a gap fill and then bounced right off of this at 456. I kind of like this. I'm not gonna lie. This gap fill, I was waiting to get filled at some point, and the fact that it's done and over with, I think we can continue to rip now. We had a healthy cool off with the SPY over the last 2 days. And it's trying to correlate over to AMC, but I don't agree with that. Also, IWM is what tracks AMC. It also had a heavy cool off yesterday. Looked like it got attacked yesterday. This is what I don't like. The IWM didn't quite fill this gap. Let's see if this is still a thing here. Yeah, the IWM didn't quite get this gap fill that you're looking for. Let's take these drawings out of the way here. IWM is very close to filling this gap at about 206.23, so I do think it has a little bit more room to fall here. Probably decent to hop in for puts because I do think it's going to fill that gap at some point, whether it be today, after hours, tomorrow, whatever. I think it's setting up for us to have a nice week next week with AMC and GameStop and get momentum rolling again. AMC, like we said, coming back down to test about 25 to 25.03. It's testing it out right here. See if it holds and gets a pop or if it wants to break below. See if it breaks below. You're looking at hopefully a hold of 24.95. Honestly, that zone in general. And then you're looking at 24.75. So we'll see. See what AMC wants to do here. Down 2.3% on the day. GameStop attempting to push a new high right now. Slowly but surely. Let's check the volume on GameStop here because AMC's volume dying out. 76 million. Come on. Not what I wanted. 7 million? Eh. Okay, let's see. GameStop. What are we doing, baby? What are we doing, GameStop? Alright, let's see what GameStop is up here. GameStop. In the last... Whoa. What just happened with my trading view? Okay, X. Alright, GameStop in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 14 days like we did with AMC. Currently, what we're trading at is up over 122%. Nothing to be upset about at all over the past 2 days. Cool down. Looks like AMC's holding this level. You could see it push new highs here. If not, and you see it start selling off harshly, looks like a... Oh, wait, this is GameStop. GameStop's holding here. If not, it starts selling off harshly, then you could see it create a double top and then a push to the downside coming to closing around 168. That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario is you get a push over here and break that high of the day. That's actually some decent resistance coming yesterday for GameStop as well. After that, you're looking at about a run all the way up to 178, 180, somewhere in that zone. Let's see how AMC is doing. AMC is not holding on here, and so this is exactly what we were waiting to see. It looks like it wants to break down here. It's attempting to. Let's see, holding on at 25. My GME average is 87. Ooh, not bad. That's actually pretty fire for GameStop. GameStop average is 87, so you're up a decent amount. You got in. You got in. That's what I like to call early on this play. I think anywhere under 92, you're in early. So 87 is dirty price for GameStop. You're pretty much not worried at all. Really not worried. It doesn't look like AMC is going to hold this level here. Looks like Olsen, you may or may not be in luck. This is a very slow power hour. Only trading, let's see what came. AMC, I believe around, like we said, 76 million. Yeah, almost 77 million. Not much happening. Super slow, extremely slow on the day. Jeez. Let's check Twitter. Anything going on in Twitter? Now we went over some good things on this stream. Maybe some that we could put in a video. I haven't posted live clips in a minute, just because kind of been grinding some other videos that I wanted to get out to you guys, some info, because let's see, because this week was crazy. So I was thinking, holy shit, something might happen. I gotta get this info out. So I was just pumping. Let's see. Matt Kors says going to be going live with the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see. All right, guys, this is interesting. Matt Kors going live this afternoon with Dave Lauer to fully explain what happened to the halts on March 29th. Okay, so if you guys want to see that, I didn't really break it down to you enough. So if you guys want to see that, feel free to pop and match stream. That should be an interesting interview. Let's see. U.S. Department says report U.S. citizens being detained by Russian military in Ukraine are verified. That's not good for the market. Adam Aaron needs to buy some AMC. Yeah, Adam Aaron has to do a lot. Jeez, the sun is crazy right here. I just realized that. The sun and the chart is nuts. Mission available. Let's see, is Matt live now explaining this? We could hop on there and listen. Listen in here. No, 330. So right now it's 317. We can either all hop over in there and flood it with the lottery fam, or we can chill in here and watch it. You guys can decide on that. We can hop in and flood it with lottery fam and tell them that we're in there to show some love. AMC probably going to come back down to this $24.75 level. Doesn't look like it wants to hold here. Gonna see what happens. Not looking good on AMC right now. Where do we go from here? I don't know. I think there's some digging to be done when after hours is over and to form an opinion as to what is going on. AMC down 3.35%. After, let's see, AMC, from the highs at 34, we'll say 34.26. From the highs at 34.26 to where we're trading now, we're down 20%. Lows of the day down 32%, just about from the peak 2 days ago. Not terrible, especially because we're still up over 90%. So, still like to see it. AMC did come down to this $24.75 level, like we saw 24.76. Sorry, it wasn't on the dot. We'll see it hold here. It's trying to hold here, like we said. Now let's see if it breaks below this. You're looking at the next level, which is probably going to be ultimately down here at 24.50. Honestly, you're going to see that a little bit of a dip there if it doesn't hold. I assume it holds here just because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 touches here. Some decent support. I appreciate everybody hopping in the stream. We're just chilling, hanging out. You know how we do it here. We're just talking, going over AMC, GameStop. Let's check out BBIG. BBIG up 2% on the day. Got smacked perfectly at the resistance that we have up here, literally to the T. BBIG got rejected right at that resistance level right here at 322. Let's take a look at MULN. MULN down 1% on the day. It had a little bit of a move yesterday. I've been noticing that the moves in these little stocks like to run between 1 and close. Super weird to see. Let's see, Mullen, BBIG. Let's check out Prague. How's Prague doing? I know Prague got rated on earnings. Prague is absolutely disgusting right now. Almost bottoming out. Really attempting to come under $1. That'd be ugly. It has a dirty gap fill to the upside at $1.52 though, so that could be disgusting. I think eventually it will get filled. I really do. Damn, I should have fucking held my Robinhood puts through the night. I closed them out with some profits, but damn, I should have held them through the night. Robinhood down 6%. Yes, no, I didn't think it was a $16.50 company. That company's ass. So I was had some puts on it up there. Took some profits yesterday. Took profits yesterday, and then now today it's down another 6.5%. Jeez, bro, Robinhood not doing good. What else do we like to look at? Let's check out other old small caps. METX. METX is absolutely barcoding. This is weird. No volume whatsoever. AEI. Let's see how you're doing. AEI barcode. Let's see TCAT. TCAT, you doing anything? Absolutely nothing. Let's see here. I just bought 1 share of AMC to help the cause. Glad to hear it. Do you have any other shares, or is it just you just play options? Glad to hear that you are an ape, rightfully an ape. Grab the share of AMC. AMC didn't hold 4.75, and exactly like we said, it's coming down to this $4.50 level. 455 to be exact so far, but it seems like it has some room to keep falling here. It doesn't want to hold. Overall, not looking nice. I think this was a dirty false breakout of this falling wedge, and honestly, could open it up right here. See if we open up this wedge here. Yeah, I think I like this better than a perfect falling wedge. Overall, we wanted to see AMC hold above 24. That's really all we're looking for tomorrow, for today, tomorrow, for AMC. I wanted to hold above 24, so you at least have these calls expiring in the money, these 55,000 calls expiring in the money. And then you also have just that heavy demand zone still holding, and you also are still going to be in the flag and not get a break to the downside. So that's the best case scenario, is to hold above 24. If you don't get the run, obviously the greatest case scenario is a breakout, like more calls run in the money, yada yada yada, etc. Volume picks up. You guys get the whole spiel. I'm holding 900 shares of AMC across the. Damn, that's crazy. That's fire. AMC currently down 3.93% for the audio listeners. Currently trading at 24.67. GameStop up only 1.42% now. Currently trading at 169.22. GameStop is trying to hold its green here, but it's not looking like it wants to do so. The daily chart is getting more and more choppy here. I think the weekly looks better for GameStop for history concerns, right? Because if we're repeating history here, you're gonna see these two candles and then the move, and right here you're seeing these two candles and then hopefully the move. But that's on the weekly. I don't really look at a weekly, but in this case scenario for GameStop, it is looking decent. Honestly, for AMC as well. If it hits 35 tomorrow, I'm selling 200 of my land purchase. I get paid. Sounds good. Good luck with that. How much land did you buy? A lot? A few acres? Looks like AMC's actually attempting to hold here at this 2450 level, 2455. So right on the top of this demand zone here. Let's see. My land payment is $1,300 a month. It's cheaper to me to pay it off. Sounds good. Good luck with that. We have 5 minutes until the Matt Kors interview here. Should we listen on stream, or should we shift over there and hop off stream? It's up to you guys. I wanna see this, so we're either gonna play it on stream and listen to the audio, or we can all hop over there. So whatever you guys want to do. Matt Kors is going to 5 acres. That's fire. To explain the halt that happened. Okay, so that should be interesting to hear or see, whatever one you guys want to do. For everybody hopping in, all I ask for is to smash the like on the stream. It is appreciated. I think I'm not going to sell and buy them. Nice. Thanks. No problem. That's it. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, about 4 minutes. See if he's on stream at all. Do I honestly think it will squeeze by April 30th? I think we'll get a run back up to the 60s, 70s by then. I really do. I don't know if it's going to be the squeeze. I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know what shorts are thinking, or when they're going to cover, or when they're going to get obliterated and not be able to stick a rock in the momentum. But I do think we will get a next leg up. to the 50, 60, 70 zone again, 80s maybe. It could be another controlled thing where you get up to new highs, let's say 90, and then they start knocking it down slowly, some manipulation bullshit, just to say another fake squeeze happened, and then eventually people are going to run out of patience, yada, yada, yada. All right, AMC is not holding this level at 450. It's testing it again. Most likely going to come down to about, let's see, 2440. 2435, 2435, somewhere in that zone. Or it could come down to 2418, 2415, somewhere in that zone. We're looking at those two levels. AMC's trying its hardest to hold here, but overall, it doesn't look like it's going to do it in the next 10 minutes. Looks like it's going to come down. GameStop is getting slaughtered right now, getting smacked. Let's see, 3 yesterday at this time. Is this not? All right, let's see here. This, hopefully, how good is this? Whoa, nice, nice. Let's see. I bought Sundial today at 69 cents. What the fuck, man? This is fucking absurd. All right, this is absurd here. This audio fucking issues. Yo. Can you hear me now? Good? Good? All right.